Good morning. Just 2 days to go until our 28-day Kickstart in our brand new studio in Devizes starts, and a 28-day Kickstart in Marlborough starts. You can also do this all from home, by the way, so if you have any questions on that, just let me know. But I want to talk today about what one of the ladies said yesterday about she's getting ready to start her 28-day Kickstart next week. I think she's actually starting this week. Yeah, we're having our one-to-one this week, which is awesome. So, and she posted in the group, just introduced herself and mentioned that she's feeling nervous and apprehensive. And what was really powerful about that is the comments that and the replies from some of the other ladies in the group. Now, before I go into them, I just want to say that I totally get when you're doing something new, out of your comfort zone, it's scary. Like, I always describe it like when I was doing my masters at Loughborough and Oxford Brookes, when I would be public speaking or have to do a presentation, in my undergraduate, I'd actually always avoid it. Morning, Marie. So I'd always avoid it. Like, I'd just call in sick or just not turn up, because you can get away with it. You could just go, I'll do the course up really well. You only need 60% to get that. So I'll just do really well in the coursework and then not bother with that. And I avoided it for long enough that every time that I used to start of a new module, used to get it and I used to go, please, no presentation, no presentation. Damn it, there's a presentation. This flood of like anxiousness just all like into me, like, oh no, when is it? 8 weeks. That was a bit of relief that I had 8 weeks, but it's in the back of my head then. What am I going to do? Am I going to do it? Am I going to not? Oh, bloody hell, it's now in pairs. That makes it worse. I can't even call in sick. All these things, I don't want to let that person down. So my point is I could do it, because if it was in a pair, I would do it. But I'll never forget the moment when I did a presentation and the lecturer in front said, you know, Matt, morning Kim, what do you actually want to do? And I explained what I wanted to do. It was in nutrition at the time anyway, so kind of new anyway. But when I explained it, I was like, yeah, what am I doing? It's all well and good trying to get this information, but if you can't communicate your message, if you can't actually do what you said you want to do, what's the point? You can have all the information in the world. Unless you do anything with it, it's absolutely pointless. In fact, we're drowning in information, suffocating in information, but we're scarce of transformation because there's just so much information out there. And that's why we have the one-to-one at the start of the Kickstart. But anyway, my point is the only way I got kind of through that was understanding that other people felt the same. So he was a professor, the guy who said this to me, and I thought, it's all right for you to say, was in my head. But then he was like, well, you probably didn't know this, but I used to not be able to public speak at all. I used to practice in front of the mirror. Then when my wife used to walk in the room, I used to be like all nervous, and then I stopped doing it, and I knew I needed to do it. And I'm like, why can't I do it in front of the mirror when my wife's there? And when he started saying that, I was thinking, oh, bloody hell, you are human. Everyone's just human. We don't have wings, and we're not unicorns. And all of a sudden, I felt, you know what, actually, what am I actually scared of? Looking silly in front of someone who's probably worried they're looking silly in front of me, who actually probably wants me to do well, but I'm worried they want me to do rubbish. All these thoughts in our head, which, if you believe, will dictate your actions. The result of that will dictate the quality of your life. What you do now are some of the habits that we've done in the last 6 months, 12 months, 5 years. So I did exactly that. I started with small steps, putting my hand up in a small class and just asking a question that I knew I couldn't get wrong. I knew I couldn't get that question wrong. So the result of that is I built a tiny bit of evidence, and I added that evidence to the portfolio every time I put my hand up. A little bit more evidence. Maybe I can do this, actually. Maybe I can do it. 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 Maybe I can. All of a sudden, this evidence builds up. And this is very similar to what happens in our Kickstart program. Kathy yesterday mentioned about she's excited but apprehensive. And some of the comments that we got straight after were just amazing. And I get it. Like, we have all these fears, and in our head, we're probably thinking it's easier to start in January. That's a very comforting thought to have, but is it actually true when you ask that question? Is it easier to start in a month that's darker, potentially lockdown, who knows? Easier to start in January, darker, no Christmas, cold, I don't know. Yeah, we have these worries. Will I have time? Will I be fit enough? I'm just being... These are some of the things I get, but I'll just read out some of the comments that some of the ladies replied with. So, welcome, Kathy. You're in for a treat. Great results, support, and friendships. Above all, a laugh. Brace yourself for Matt's awful jokes. Not that one. Which are worse than the exercises most of the time. So remember that. Sometimes we gear up these exercises. And would I be able to fit enough? Would I be able to do it? But actually, sometimes it's not even as bad as the jokes that I offer. So you got to remember that, because what do you call an annoyed queen? Your Majesty. Anyway, next one was from Sandy. Slowly, slowly, catchy monkey. I love being part of it. Only thing that works for me. And I've tried so many before. Enjoy. Kathy, this is the best thing that you'll ever do. It was as Cassie who inspired me, and it works. It's fun, friendly, and mad. Not just good physically, but mentally. I don't need antidepressants anymore, which is amazing. Each class is fun and challenging, and oh yes, Matt can't count. So common theme going through. I could go on, there's 73 comments. But my point is that at the end, it was like, oh. And what I love about it is that everyone gets it, because everyone's been there before in that same boat. And the first step is often the hardest step. But as hard as it is, just consider that, is it harder than staying the same? In fact, consider, do you face challenges now that you just accept are just the way it's meant to be? Because if it's challenging now, anyway, then you might as well choose the challenge that will get you the results that you want. There's two challenges in life. We can choose the challenges, which, yeah, will provide discomfort, but at least we're aware of the discomfort coming. The other way will bring us challenges that we think provide us with certainty, because we're like, oh, I'm not going to do that. Oh, I can stay. I don't have to do that. I don't have to get on my comfort zone. But actually, then it's just a question mark in what challenges we face, because we have no control over it. Because we're not doing anything. We're just letting the world dictate what we do. As long as we're in our comfort zone, we'll say yes. It's quite deep for a Monday morning, isn't it? Anyway, I hope that helps, and I hope that gets you thinking, because that's all we do. Questioning our habits, questioning our thoughts. Choose the challenge you want. Yeah. Powerful. Great stuff, Julie. So, any questions, let me know. Busy day ahead. Back to the studio in Devizes. Brand new studio getting ready. Windows being frosted today. So, we have that privacy in our sessions when we start. And a few other things going down. Mats going down. Social distancing. Markers on the floor. All ready. Gearing up. If you want more information on that, on the 28-day Kickstart, just send over a message. I'll get you the details. Have a great day. I best get going for our morning live workouts. Speak soon. Take care.